Page 77, 8 o'clock rock. It's got some accidentals in here, huh? Let's talk about this just a little bit. First, the right hand. Let's talk about that first. Right at the beginning. Your E position is so, right? So what they're doing is they're simply using the index finger instead of F sharp. They're going to play the G with it. It's the only difference. Otherwise, it's just an E position. Except instead of F sharp, you're playing a G natural. No biggie. Shouldn't be, I hope. In the second measure, there is a quarter rest to make sure the right hand comes up for a full beat. So you lift the E up when you play the last chord in the left hand. In the second line, first measure, look at the right hand. We're okay because they're all eighth notes, so you got one quarter note on the end. That's a big deal. But you have a D natural. Watch that. Okay. And that B is tied, so you're not going to play it twice. No, you tie it. Then in the next to the last measure there on the second line, in the right hand, you're up here, okay, and you're here. Then for the G sharp, you come over the thumb to get it. You can do the E major scale. This isn't a problem because that's the fingering for the scale. It's a piece of cake. So, and again, those last two notes in that measure are tied, so don't play them both, just one time. Now for the left hand, it's no biggie. It's staccato for the most part. At least the first line is all staccato. The second line's got a little bit of slur in it. But the last measure of the first line for the left hand, that is a D natural. So you're actually doing a D chord there. Just so you know. So work these black notes out, these sharps that you've got, make sure you get them all. In the first line, second measure, there in the left hand, you have that an E chord, a 1 chord, and then a 4 chord. Then 1 chord, hopefully that's not a problem for you. But then you get to 2 measures later at the end of the line, they switched on you. Now it's a D chord. And back to the E chord. Try and get where you can do that without looking at the keyboard. In the second line, in the left hand, again you're in E position, but you're going to use your third finger on a G natural, index finger on the G sharp. And make sure you get the staccato note staccato short, right? Then on the last measure, again, same thing. Third finger on the G natural, second finger on the G sharp, and then go down. Now typically with rock music, you don't swing the eighth notes, you play them straight, but you can try it both ways. For instance, right at the beginning, there. That's straight. Swing it. Kind of okay, I suppose. And the first measure of the second line, straight, would be, if I swing them, it's. So try, I'm just going to do it straight with you, okay? Let's play it straight, and you can experiment with it on your own. Now, at the end of the piece, second line at the end of the piece, there's a DC Alfine. We've had these before, I hope. So DC goes back to the beginning. Alfine, go to Fine. Fine is at the end of the first line. So we are, in effect, going to play the first line, the second line, and then the first line again. I'll give this 4 counts, and then we can start. So you're in E position to start. There we go. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. if you'll find a recording of this or not. I would play it something like this, I think.